Hello and welcome to my new video. If you're new here, hi, I'm Lex, and today is very special because as you can see by the flag, by Human Rainstorm by the way, we are on my own island, Nightshade. I also forgot that the airport was yellow until just now, and honestly kind of ugly, but at least it matches the flag. Welcome to Nightshade. I have officially completed this island. Here's my very simple entrance. This island is a little different for me in that the entrance itself was never an actual build. I just kind of built through here as I was making the neighborhood, so this is kind of like a weird non-entrance that I've created. But let's go ahead and cross through. This is my crescent moon island that I made. Credits to whoever did this first, because I know I've seen things like this on Pinterest. I just have no idea where this originated. We were trying to fill in some space and I was like, you know what would be easy? Water terraforming a lake. But here I am. I'm actually on the island. I'm not dreaming. Oh my gosh, look at Kiki. Before we get anywhere, I do want to go ahead and show you the map. I'm very proud of it. I think it's come together really well. And it's interesting having like very little pathing on the island for once. I typically have a bunch of in-game pathing, but most of this island is actually custom, so very excited to share that with you. I will put the custom design codes in the description. It's a Pinterest link to the board where I saved not just the codes that I did use on the island, but the ones that I was thinking about too. So hopefully you'll get some good witchy inspiration. My villagers on this island are going to be Rattle, Mary, Coco, Shino, Cat, Roscoe, Muffy, Kiki, Olive, and Stitches. They do have lore that we'll go through as I visit them. I'm really proud of this island coming together because this island was actually voted on by my stream viewers at the time. They came up, or I gave them an option of different themes and stuff, and they voted on what we should do. So this is a little different for me, but I think that it turned out really well. So this is actually the first build I did on the island here. The exit from resident services. I wanted it to be very windy and natural. I had a lot of trees on the island, decayed trees, vines, hardwood, cedar, pretty much anything that would fit in. I wanted it to feel very natural and lush, very autumnal. The beaches throughout the island are very simple, so like don't go perusing the beaches. We have some soot sprites and that's it. Maybe if you're lucky, Muffy will be serenading you as well. But these are the beach vibes. Very natural, very simple. That was kind of the goal for this. I didn't want it to be overwhelming. So directly in front of resident services, this pathway here leads past some pretty terraforming, if I do say so myself. Isn't this cute? Stop. It's so nice. Then we have the campsite up here. If you visit the dream address, there is a villager in a tent here, so you can appreciate how that looks. But obviously here on the island right now, we do not have one. Then I made this little witch hut, which I think is so cute. I love it. Making fake buildings is so hard for me, but I really wanted to try on this island. So here's my witch hut with their little suspicious cauldron. Really fun build. Then I've got over here a poison apple orchard. I wanted to make it witchy somehow. So Rain also, I think it was Rain, made this apple sign for poison apples, which I think is hilarious. We have very poisonous apples here. It can't just be like a nice friendly apple orchard. You know, it has to be ominous because this is a witchy island. So we do have this little orchard. This was one of the ideas I came up with because I wanted to fill a lot of space without doing like multiple tiny builds. I wanted to feel very cohesive through here, and I love this orchard. I mean, hello. Oh, another thing on the island is that I dropped color coordinated zodiac fragments around, little star fragments, because I think they're so cute. It just adds something. And then you have the soot sprites. That's going to come into the island lore as well, the zodiac, the star fragments. We have here a little farmer's market. So connected to the orchard is Coco's house and the farm. So here is the little farm. I did various little crops. I also did not realize that all of my island rocks were here. So that's like some lore for you if you visit the dream address and there are a lot of rocks. I didn't even know they were here, but it's a rocky little farm. We did various crops and mushrooms and everything because I wanted to feel nice and autumnal again, but I still wanted there to be variety here. I love the little custom design pumpkin like crates. This is really cute. So anyway, we have like a little market in the back, and then Coco runs this market to the left, and we can actually go in her house really quick. So this is Coco's little country market. This turned out so cute, actually. Wait, I kind of forgot the vibes. Isn't this adorable? Coco's out here running her little small business. I think the market is so cute. The vibes are honestly phenomenal. It's like a nice southern little country store, you know? If you've been to North Carolina, you know. We got a little antique radio in the back and everything. I am obsessed. I think it turned out exactly how I envisioned, which is rare for me. I am not an interior girly, but yeah. So here's the first interior of the island. I'm actually really sad that Rattle is walking around out here because that means we can't go in his house, and I thought it was great. But let's continue on here. You can traverse the island via the beaches as well on this side of the island, but we'll go on land. So first of all, here is Rattle's house. If he's in the Dream Address house when you visit, you should definitely check it out. He is the village doctor. So he's a magical doctor, a witch himself. I think it's really ominous and scary, if you know what I mean. And then back here is his herb garden. So this is where he gets like all of the things he needs for his little tonics, his medications. So that is the lore there. Each of the villagers does have a backstory. If you weren't in the streams as I was building this island, you can rewatch or just listen to the video, obviously, because I'm going through the lore as I visit the villagers. But here we go. Here is Able Sister's shop. I wanted a very simple area for them. I wasn't really pressed about figuring out what to do in this area. Just very simple, a little pathway through. And then the important thing about Able Sisters is that Kiki is behind here, and she is a little seamstress. Honestly, her house is giving Kiki's delivery service, so if you visit and have a chance, definitely go and visit Kiki. I love how I'm literally doing the island tour and Olive's trying to move out. One of my villagers on this island is always disrespecting me. It's usually Mary, but this time it's Olive. I see you, Olive. That's crazy. But anyway, like I said, it's easy to get around using the beaches on this side of the island. There's always access from the beach to the build areas. So here we can go up, and this is Muffy's home. Muffy was also walking around because she was singing to us, but this is her little area. She has a stargazing spot that's perfect for night. You can see the stars just starting to come out, and a little picnic blanket you can actually lie down on. This was another one that I was really proud of. And then this was the main idea for her build. I just wanted her to have this little like star fragment. I mean, oh my god, I just spoiled the rest of the build. I wanted her to have this stargazing area, but then someone in chat, I believe maybe Pascal, perhaps, was like, you know what, we should do a star fragment farm. And I was like, you know what, that sounds phenomenal. And it also kind of explains what, like why there are star fragments everywhere on the island. Muffy is producing them naturally. So we gave her this beautiful star area. She has a really cool house as well that you should definitely stop by and see if you get a chance. So that is Muffy's area. And then this did turn into a kind of neighborhood just by accident. Like I have Muffy's area over here, and then right across this little tree line of fencing, we have Olive's plant shop. She's too busy trying to move out to come and run her shop right now. So all the heat directed at Olive, but her little plant shop is so cute. She's like an herbalist witch, you know, she's got a green thumb for sure. We've got all of this over here, just some natural areas, space to sit down if you need to. I tried to keep the pathing throughout the island very natural, so it'd feel like windy and kind of cottagecore. Like this island is a trip through some spooky woods pretty much, and I kind of love that vibe. Then down here, we have the graveyard. Red is actually visiting, so that's kind of neat. Did not plan that at all. But this is the graveyard. So you can see if you come to the edge here, there's a whole graveyard down there with graves that I did build myself. I didn't even get those from Treasure Islands. I built those bad boys. And then the gravekeeper, who is Roscoe. He just has a nice dark little graveyard home. You know what I mean? His house is literally a graveyard inside too. He just lives in the graveyard. He's our fun little graveyard king. Roscoe himself has like spooky vibes. He just has this aura about him. So I love that. We're gonna go more to the left, but really quickly, I wanted to run through this area to give you some lore. So this is just beside the herb garden that Rattle has. This is Mary's home. She is the good witch on the island, so she has like happy Glinda vibes, and on this hill you can see she has a little love potion stand up there. So she makes things very I don't know, she's just a love witch. She's happy, good, and over here is the herb garden we looked at earlier. So when you see that, we can check out her house too. So obviously with a love witch, we had to give her a pink themed interior. So here is her happy little home. She has some like Alice in Wonderland vibes with this cake. And then she does make some potions at home. I actually remembered to do polishing effects indoors in this island, this era of mine. So that's wild. And then she has this little medicine cabinet back here, and it's full of like her little tonics and potions. Oh my gosh, Mary's a little cutie. I love this aesthetic for her home. I just think it's so fitting. She has such a bright, happy demeanor. She's such a cutie. So here is our good witch on the island. Her little love potion stand is also accessible up here. So I do have this little seating area. And then if you travel over just by the incline up to Olive's plant shop, you can come over here and get your little handcrafted love potion. She also sells flowers, of course, if you're running late on Valentine's Day. Just very cute vibes. I love her little love potion stand. I also built this like witchy market nearby. So this is kind of a shopping district accidentally, but here is a little witchy market. This is perhaps my favorite build on the entire island. I just feel like it came together so perfectly how I imagined. So there's all of these, it's kind of like a street market. You have all of these different things available. Flowers, a cauldron of some kind of potion, you know, a bird, some bat taxidermy, some art, definitely mystical. You can activate this power ball, get your fortune read. Isn't that so cute? And I love the little tiles. Adorable. So that's what we've got going on here. This is behind resident services, by the way. So if you go just down this little pathway, ka-chow, we're back at resident services. I also have this little pathway leading over to Nook's Cranny. So this is really a shopping district. Here is Nook's Cranny's little area. I had like a little outdoor market as well, just for like antiques, maybe some potion stuff, some witchy stuff, and a place to read and hang out, as is honestly necessary for any good shopping district. By the way, this this bridge over here leads to the Crescent Moon Lake we saw earlier. So just to like orient you on the island, that is where we are right now. I think this turned out very well. Honestly, the way the island linked together surprised even me. Did I plan this island out well in advance? No, I didn't. It was honestly a spontaneous, let's get this done during stream thing. But here, going out of the shopping district, this whole area is a huge spooky forest because the left side of the map felt really empty, and I wanted to add buildings in here, obviously, but they were all villager homes. So I made this spooky forest, and on one side here is Shino's house. We will go in and explore that in a second. She has a little beach access here with the very naturally decorated beaches that I mentioned. Let's go talk about her lore. Honestly, it's so perfect that she is doing work in here right now. I had some other stuff over here initially. I don't even remember what it actually looks like. This is perfect. Her whole thing is that she's a toy maker. So how good that she's currently making toys, bro, right? Everything about this is perfect. You know, I hate how they like mess up their home designs so that they can have DIY benches. This is phenomenal. Could not have turned out better. She has her own little private workstation back here too, and this is where she brings the toys she makes to life. So you see all these plushies and stuff. She is doing nefarious, witchy things in this little workshop of hers. It's like evil Santa Claus kind of, but not necessarily evil, you know? We'll get into that later. And when I say later, I mean right now, because just across the way is Stitches' home. And guess what Stitches is? Stitches is one of Shino's creations brought to life. Isn't that crazy? The lore on Nightshade goes wild. But Stitch's house is like a little kid's playroom, except there is a camera on one wall watching everything he does. That's Shino. Shino keeping an eye on her little creation, you know? She's gotta make sure everything's going smoothly, going well. Couldn't have Stitches waking up realizing that he's just a toy. Anyway, I thought that was I thought that was wild lore, but there it is. That's what the kind of environment we're building on this island. Continuing through, I love how lush the spooky forest feels. This looks so easy to achieve. Like, you'd look at this and be like, oh, what a simple build. Like, you're just combining a bunch of trees. But the science behind this, insane. Where to place the mushroom parasols, where to put the decayed trees, vines, the different types of trees. This took ages. Building out this spooky forest, one of my crowning achievements. There's also a little fairy circle happening over here, but like a spooky one. Definitely something crazy. There's like sacrifices over there. Just casual. Welcome to my witchy island, you know. And then over here we have a spell class happening. I am obsessed. I wanted to put some like things that kind of gave dark academia in. So we have this cauldron, this kettle bathtub, the mirror, the books, everything to just make this feel very studious and like, I don't know, I feel like even if I didn't mention it, if you were just like touring this island on your own, it would be like, you would be able to tell it was a potion class. Anyway, moving right along. We are here at Kat's house. Okay, first of all, let me explain some more lore here, right? We've got this like mining area, and this wasn't part of the lore, but someone commented and was like, actually, the lore here behind the mining zone should be that it's like defunct. As you can see, I made it overgrown. I wanted it to be like a mining shaft that doesn't really get used anymore. That's why there's so much overgrowth. Someone was like, oh my gosh, it could make sense because maybe they were mining star fragments and now Muffy has the ability to grow them, so they don't need to do this like hardcore laborious, whatever that word is, mining. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's actually so smart. You should be the one creating this island. So anyway, that's the official lore for the island now, is that this is a defunct mine because Muffy can produce the star fragments without so much hard work and danger. Then we've got Kat's house. I'm guessing she's like related to the running of the mine. I didn't really add that to her lore. That can be her vibe. Oh wait, no. Okay, I remembered her lore. It's because we can't go in her house, bro. I'm messed up. Kat is just some guy, right? Kat is just a regular girl living in a witchy world. She like heard this was a witchy island and was like, you know what? I'm gonna live there. Even though I'm a regular schmegular cat. So if you go in her house, it's just like normal villager things. She's just casually hanging out. She's the only non-witch on this island, and she's happy about it, bro. She's having a great time. Then back here, we have some more beach access. You can come and see the peninsula. I did just some very basic terraforming, gave them a lighthouse, as I should. Very basic beach situation, which is great for me, by the way. I hate decorating the beaches in Animal Crossing, so there's some Lex lore for you. And then at the very back corner of the island is my house, and I did decorate some rooms. Let's go check this out. You can't miss the cool effect of this wall and flooring together. Look at me. How mystical, how cool. So yeah, we've got this main room. I'm just doing witchy things in here, you know. This is my house. I'm being a witch. Casual. There's like a sacrifice going on here. I'm a good witch though, don't worry. I've also got this hay bed here because I'm a content creator and I need to be able to sleep to dream of islands. So there's the lore there. Got a little nature corner going on because I need a bed in my main room. I don't even remember what these other rooms are, so wow. Okay, Lex Play Forgetful Era. I don't know how long ago I decorated my house, but I don't remember making this room. This is so sick, bro. What the heck was I on? So anyway, this is my little kitchen, my little witchy kitchen. This is as new to me as it is to you guys. I'm like, wow, when did I make this? Wait, no, I kind of remember putting these here. Putting this, like, staircase effect. But with the shelves. Love this accent wall. I'm just reviewing my island now as if I'm a viewer instead of me, because what the heck did I cooked. I cooked on accident here. Ha, get it? Because it's the kitchen. Oh my gosh. The room on the left side of the house is a little library. I'm a studious witch. You know, here are all my spell books. I've got some nice spooky cookies celebrating the Halloween season. I think this room is really cute, actually. It turned out very cozy, very homey. I'm pretty happy with this. I don't know. I was like really stressed about having enough wall decor, but this looks very natural to me. And of course, like, it's a Lex playroom. It has to have books. Libraries are my favorite thing. Let's go. I'm just discovering this myself, bro. Apparently I had a basement and I didn't even decorate it, so really sorry to myself. to my viewers. I don't know what this is about, but here is my basement. Maybe this is actually lore accurate. I have this very unsuspecting basement. Like, you wouldn't come down here and be suspicious. It's actually hiding something. There's something below this floor and you can't even access the trapdoor. So keep that in mind, chat. Really quick, one last time, let's enjoy this effect of the floor. You're watching witchcraft happen actively, by the way. Okay, so that was my house. I hope you loved it. I hope you were so entranced by it. Up here is actually, like, this leads to the graveyard. So over here is Roscoe's house. I didn't even notice how, like, me and Roscoe and Kat are all little neighbors here. But there's the graveyard, and then up here is the museum, and it is technically accessible because of this vine. But the actual build here is the museum is a mausoleum. I just wanted it to be, like, spooky. It kind of gives me Edward Scissorhands vibes for some reason. I don't even know why I make that connection, but those are the vibes I'm getting. If you decide to visit the island yourself, I did have this incredible map by Lena Crossing commissioned. I think it turned out beautifully. Thank you so much, Lena, for designing it. And you can take a screenshot if you are watching and you want to keep in mind, you know, the kinds of things on the island. You want to see where to make sure you visit. Remember to check out the houses, especially that villagers were not in during this tour, because I feel like all of my villagers were walking around outside. Bro, I was just sitting here about to move and Stitches came over and sat down. What a little cutie, bro. What? We're hanging out. Hold on, let me sit down with him. Let me sit down with him. What a moment we're having. Hello? Hello? He's so cute. Okay, anyway. I'll just leave you here, actually. I was gonna keep going, keep yapping, but Stitches has provided such a calming place to leave you. I appreciate you guys for following along. I hope that you have had such a good time watching Nightshade come together, and I have had such a lovely time building it with you guys. If you ever popped into a stream, thank you. If you didn't, thank you for being here and watching this video. I will see you in the next one, but for now, bye!